Not doing that. Kind of camera, brother. Look what they do. Hey, close. Go on. Look what they're doing. So this
What's
is
that
what I'm
bitch,
saying.
man? What's
You got
that
a bunch of children out there. Fucking bitch keep coming up here. Hey, tie up the circle. Tie up the circle. And what it is the camera. Yeah, these demons are out here today, man. Satan is working hard, man. Satan is working real hard. He's got his agents out there. Matter of fact, brother, get me Job the 2nd chapter, man. Because it said, Satan walk up and down. Let's get that, man. Yeah, you can get that too. Yeah, that's just the thing. So when you're idle and you have nothing to do with yourself, you have no kind of life, like I said last week, you're gonna resort to do all kind of madness. You're gonna get yourself drunk. You're gonna get yourself all out of order because you have no meaning to your world. You have no meaning to your life, right? And you're gonna wind up messing with random people that you don't even know from Adam, wasting your time. That's what people do. People like to waste their time because they don't have a life. Go on, bro. Read that. Yeah, get Job the 2nd chapter. No, read the verse where it says Satan walk up and down. You know? And and the reason why she's up here because she's either drunk or she's on some kind of crap. A lot of people are on crap too in this day and age, man.
Nasty.
They're either on coke or they're either on crap or they're just drunk or all at once at the same time. It's either and or going.
Job chapter 2 it says, and again there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence thou comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
Right, from going to and fro in the earth. That's why she's went to and fro in the street. So that's how you know that she's in the spirit of
right behind me, man.
Spiritual demon Satan.
People, you got to put them to death, man.
But that happens when you're idle, when you're not living for anything, you're not doing nothing with yourself. Satan then pretty much possesses your mind. You walking up all around down the street on cocaine, on crack, or drunk. You know, and people that do this, they're just low. They're just low, stifling motherfuckers.
You see that, yeah?
Yeah, I'm looking at him. It doesn't look like a plane.
You see a chariot, didn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't look like a plane.
It looks like it. The one that's flashing that way. I can see it. That's flashing that way.
No. I don't think that's a chariot. No, I don't think that's a chariot.
Where's the red light? Because planes have a red light as well.
Yeah. No. The planes, that's way too high for a plane, I think. It's moving pretty fast as well. Yeah. For that height, isn't it? For that far. Yeah.
Anyway, I can't see it.
And I don't think the lights flash that.
See, like, look at the plane over there. You see the red light and the blue light? So you've got red and blue chariot there.
So yeah, you know, it is what it is, man.
Because the camera will come over the camp, you know.
They're in for a rude awakening. They're in for a rude awakening, and I understand why people, to a certain degree, carnivore and they get involved in that because they're trying to get away from again the reality. But what's the point? It's vain because once you get done with that, you're gonna have to go back to it any dog. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just a waste. It's vain. It's not. It's just pretty much a thing of naught. So let's continue with the precepts.
So 1 Peter's 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, it says be sober and be vigilant and be aware that Satan he walking and seeking who he may devour. So that's why you gotta be disciplined in this thing. You gotta be structured in your mind. Because if you just do what you want to do and you going according to the flesh, then Satan can pretty much manipulate your mind because that's what Satan works best at. Okay? Satan works best when you just do what you feel like doing. When you get in that state of getting emotional, you getting fleshly, which we all go through that. You know? But Satan will that's the best part that Satan can get to you. Okay? But when you're structured and you're very keen in your walk and your discipline, Satan really can't rock up against you like that. But it's when you're undisciplined and you're just doing what you want to do, like these people are doing. It's already well known that these people are taken by Satan anyway. That's why they do the things that they do. They act the way they act. to the point where they get on drugs. Okay, they get drunk. That's all the deeds of that's all of the works of the flesh to fulfill their lust. Go on, bro.
Verse 9. You resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
Right. Exactly. So yeah. So that's it on that, man. That's pretty much the deal on that. Yeah. So go back to Psalms. We're gonna go back to Psalm 73.
Is it like a whole group of people just collapsing there or something?
The station catch fire. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to find another way to get on then.
That's 300 and 200. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Unbelievable.
Somebody probably got ran over by a train or the train catch fire. Judgment, man. Go on, bro.
Motherfuckers are drunk all the time.
Yeah. But see, this is what happens, man. You can't even really enjoy yourself in this society, really, technically. Because if you do, there's always going to be some kind of judgment that's going to happen. So what you better off doing is just better off coming before the Lord and serving the Lord, man. Fuck all of this shit right here.
That's right.
This world don't really matter, and it's just being found out time and time again that this world simply just doesn't matter.
She back again, man.
Just ignore her. If she comes around, she's just gonna keep because she has nothing to do. Go on, bro.
Psalm 73, you want from the top?
Yeah. No, not from the top.
2.
I tell you what, let him read it because he was reading it, and then you can get me something else. Yeah, go back to Psalm 73. Read where you left off at.
So, Psalms 73 and 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Right.
For there are no bands in their depth,
Keep going.
but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Right, neither are they plagued like other men. So those kind of people, although they're the devil and they're the wicked, they can still celebrate because they're accomplished. All right, but Jake don't need to be trying to celebrate anything, man. If anything, Jake need to get down to the nitty gritty.
There's another one.
So that's what I'm saying, man. So what is it today? Is it
There's
what is it today? Is it carnival or something like? What
That's
is
still
it,
going
man?
on.
No, it's just any other day, man. It's any other day in Babylon.
Right.
Any other day in Babylon. This why niggas don't even take this woman out on dates with them.
Yeah, but you know these men ain't shit anyway, man. These men ain't right either way. You know. But anyway, let's keep going. Man. Let's keep moving, man.
Verse
No,
6.
man.
Right.
I absolutely love it, man. I love this shit. Go on, bro.
Verse 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment.
Right. You think Elon Rothschild's down there partying with these jackasses out here causing a fire? Come on, man.
Something major's happened to them.
Something big must happen there, bro. So what's going on out here, man? Who the fuck are that, bro?
How quickly we get on the news?
We'll find out later, innit?
Can you see it?
This is big as a big deal.
That's the plain route. That's one of the routes they take. Another one is from here, you see from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell is going
Planes
on?
don't go by here.
Yeah.
See one here.
Another fire engine. Another one.
Didn't say that. I said, what the hell is going on? But you know, though, brothers, we can't help him, man. We can't really worry about what's going on out there because things going to get worse. Right. Esau's going to continue to do his cyber attacks and everything and all. It's probably a cyber attack that occurred. You know? But anyway, let's keep reading, man.
Verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than their heart could wish.
Yeah, man. So they're set for life. You know, the daughters are set. The daughters are prepared to get married to the next rich guy. Right, the next person that's in that same position, the class that they're in. So they're already good. They're sorted. Go on.
Some kind of fire.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Yeah, keep on.
They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
right, and their tongue walking through the earth. In other words, what they say goes. They gotta say goes, man. So that's exactly what that's going into.
Therefore, his people return hither.
We don't want to be recorded.
No pictures of us, please.
We don't want to be recorded. Or the sign. You can take the picture of the sign. See, she's very feminine too. Like, she's very from a different country. Go on.
Oh, yeah, you can
What
tell
country
that.
you from?
Slovakia.
Oh, you're from Slovakia. Yeah, so they got a different spirit. Go on.
Verse 11. And they say,
She's very, very, very delicate and feminine, man. You ain't gonna find no nigga woman with that kind of mentality. Oh,
My heart likes.
what's that, brother? What you say, man?
I said my heart likes.
She alright, man. She can get it, go.
verse 11.
Because you know, in the kingdom, like, you know, you can have certain brothers. They gonna have like Solomon.
Yeah,
Solomon had him a couple of Edomite women. You know what I mean?
if you get a white woman, it's better you get them Eastern European, Polish,
Yeah, yeah.
Romanian.
And you know, she's
Russia.
more feminine than the Edomite women down here too.
Yeah. The
It's
ones
not
here, man,
only-
they drive you nuts, man.
Right, because not only is the you know, our women masculine, but also these Edomite women that's in England too, they're masculine too. When you step outside of England or America, you find that women are more feminine. You see, and she came with a feminine, soft, delicate vibration, man. I like that. See, that's what turns a man on, man. Not with this masculine bullshit.
Exactly.
Giving you hard looks and everything. That's a turn on. Go on, bro.
Verse 11. And they say, how doth the Most High know?
Right.
And is there knowledge in the Most High?
Yeah, so that's what they thinking in their mind. It's in their mind, the way their mind is structured to not believe in the high power anyway. So in their mind, they're thinking, well, there's no high power. You know what I mean? Although they know that there's a high power, but there's a large portion of their mind, they still believe that they could do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? So their mind is pretty much in conflict. There's a part of them that believes that they know that there's a higher power, but there's another portion of their mind that operates the way it operates. In other words, they believe that there's a thing such as free will, and we can do what we got to do to fulfill our plans and our agenda. Okay, go on.
Verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world.
Right, exactly. These are the ungodly, like Bill Gates. He's considered the most richest man on the planet, which that's a goddamn lie. Because Elon Rothschild and his family, their riches surpass everybody else's riches out there. Who's ever proclaimed being rich? Go on.
I sent this brother the video of Evelyn the Rothschild with the interview, and the guy that was interviewing him was this Evelyn Rothschild, and then he made a mistake because he's a gazillionaire, and then he changed way to say,
Oh, yeah, I know
he's
what
a
you're talking about,
billionaire. I laughed in it because he's a gazillionaire, and you look up gazillionaire, basically it's like it's a word that you use when you have actual no number of somebody's like an infinite number.
Yeah.
And his wealth can't be numbered.
Yeah, that's the Rothschilds, man. Their wealth literally cannot be numbered. Yeah. Priceless. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that interview too, and then he kind of shook his head like,
Oh, gazillionaire, and then changed to billionaire.
yeah,
You see? And the guy just looked at him like, you're getting fired after this, man.
yeah, because he probably runs Fox News too. A lot of them run these news companies.
Or you don't get interviews unless they want you to interview them.
Exactly.
You don't know,
Even at that big-headed that skinny big-headed dude, man. What's his name? Baron Rothschild. Jacob Rothschild, his name is, man.
Yeah.
You know, so them are the guys that's really running the whole entire show. They're the ones that's setting the trends of the earth. You know, people talk about, oh, you know, we got a democracy. Nah, man, you ain't got no democracy. Because if you truly had a democracy, right, then how come you're going by their trends? How come you're cleaving onto their prime ministers that they set up on TV? About some damn democracy. Go on, bro. Can't even spell the word democracy. Don't even know what it means either. Go on, read that.
Verse 13. Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain, and washed my hands with innocence in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning.
Yeah, so that represents us. The poor man, he's which represents the nation of Israel, they're being afflicted every day. Whether psychologically or physically or spiritually, which means the same thing. You know, psychologically. Psych means soul, spirit. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what we're going through right now. While the rich man is is pretty much experiencing joy. He's experienced what it means to be in heaven, a higher estate. Okay? Go on. You know, when you're in the ghetto, man, or you coming from a group of parents that didn't really raise you right, man, that's hell. You coming from the side of the wrong tracks. Go on, bro.
Verse 14. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning.
Right, and that's all of these people out here. A lot of these people, like I say, or as the scripture says, you know, a lot of these people out here, a lot of them are Israelites anyway. Most likely, I'm not saying all of them, but the scriptures talks about how Israel is the son of the sea, and Israel is likened unto as the stars of heaven. So there's a lot of grains of sand, and there's a lot of stars of heaven. So you got a lot of Israelites out here. They may look like Edomites, or they may look like another nation or whatever. That's down here, but they're the Israelites. And all Israel want to do is celebrate and get into this carnal world.
But also you have to have a lot of Edomites as well for the Most High's day, because he was to kill He was to kill a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so do I want to kill a lot.
Yeah,
of them.
you got a lot of
niggas want to, so-called niggas want to kill a lot of them as well.
You got a lot of Edomites as well. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying earlier before. What's the point in partying? What's the point in getting into carnival when shit like this happens all the time?
So like him, man. That's how you know he's just spirits, man. He just came here, said some bugged out statement, and just walked right off.
Just walked right up, yeah.
You know?
So you gotta be careful out here. That's why it says be sober-minded. Sorry, brother, what you saying?
If you look around, man, everybody wants to linger around. Out of all the people that are standing here, they sort of linger around here.
Right.
All the drunks, bugged out. But something about here that they wanna stand.
They came up here to condemn themselves. A lot of people they're condemned to themselves, but some people came up here to be condemned, to seal them for death.
But really they're possessed, like the brother said. They're really possessed by them demons, man. You know, demons come in all shapes and forms and sizes, man. That's what it is, you know what I mean? Because what it is Satan knows that his time is up, and what he's doing is he's riling his spirits up and trying to disrupt what we got going on. Because for 3 weeks in a row, like for example, we had this one Benjamin dude, you know, he came up, he was there, right, trying to cause some kind of fight in the camp.
Oh yeah.
And then the next following week, we had this lower life, such as an Edomite came up to the camp trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And now we have this situation going on. So Satan is riling up the spirits because Satan knows that his time is short. I'm talking about the spiritual demon Satan. And you got these devils too in higher positions. They're conjuring up dark energy too. That's why all of this stuff is going on. That's why you got these demons floating around the place and mess with us. So go on, bro. Because what you're going to find out, a lot of people, they don't really know what they're doing, man, nowadays. A lot of people are possessed by spirits, man.
That's right.
By strange spirits. Go on, bro. That's what's real about it. I'm not just saying that to say that. That's reality. Spirits are controlling what's going on in this physical reality. You have the good spirits and you got bad spirits, man. Which is called demons. Go on.
It's Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities,
Beautiful, brother.
against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Exactly, and that's really what we're doing. We're not coming out here to get carnal, okay, or to get all out of pocket. We're coming out here without whether you're realizing it or not. Because what we're doing is we're actually battling spirits. We're battling the spirits on the left-hand side, and the spirits on the left-hand side is battling up against us. Okay? That's what's really going on. But as the scripture says, though that are in Yahweh Shai, there's no enchantment against Jacob. Now, is that talking about all of Jacob? No. That's talking about the remnant of Jacob, them that are in Yahweh Shai. There's no enchantment against them. You can't cast spells on them. All right? Many have tried, but they fell. Okay? Or they tried to do it in closed doors. They first watching the video, got brother's face on it, right? And they conjuring up some spirit to try to get at that brother. It doesn't work. It's ultimately, Satan has already been conquered anyway. Yahweh Shai conquered Satan 2,000 years ago. When Yahweh Shai went on that 40-day fast, Yahweh Shai still conquered him while he was in the fast. And And when you go for a fast for like, let's say 4 days, which I did, I personally did that, right? You ain't got no strength worth for them. You can't even get up. All right, you feel like you're about to pass away, man. You're about to give the spirit. So you have no strength at all. So here it is, Yahushua, he was able to fast for 40 days, and you can't do that work for them anyway. Because Yahushua was much more stronger than us. You know, men were much more stronger back then. We're weak right now. You know what I mean? If I try to do that, I'll be dead, man. I'll be a dead individual, you know, in the house going.
We need to have some pride, man. Have some pride in your life.
Yeah, just ignore him. Forget about it. Go on.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah, against wicked. Read that again, man.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So that's what we're battling up against. We're battling up against spirits. Go on, bro.
Mark 16:18. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them.
Right.
They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover.
Right. They shall lay hands on the sick and recover. That's the spirits on the right hand side. Am I correct?
Huh?
Read that again. I didn't get what
you mentioned about the elect, how they can't. There's no enchantment against the elect. This is a precept to that. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. This is to the elect.
So that's good point, brother. So in other words, if something happens, if we touch anything that's deadly or dangerous, it'll most likely got us covered on that.
Yeah.
But that's something you gotta believe.
Right.
Because you can read it, but do you believe what it's really saying? Okay? But I truly believe in that.
Right.
Because it says in Ezekiel the 4th chapter, brother, somebody get
I got personal. As a matter of fact, that remind me, I could do a video. I got some personal testimonies I can go into about things that happened, you know, when I was younger, and accidents and all kinds of things like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of elect. I got a lot of.
Oh yeah, I can speak for that. I got some testimonies myself. When I was 9 years old, I ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah. In time, if the Most High wants us to read it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start with verse where it talks about that you should eat dung and live. It's in chapter 4. I don't know the verse though. Let me see something. So ultimately, like I said, man, this world is going out, man. You could try to find some kind of way where some kind of joy to get involved in, but it's just a waste. It's just vain. It's vanity. It doesn't result into anything good. It doesn't result into anything good. It's just a waste. You're wasting your time. All you're really doing is you're just finding something else to do to get away from your reality. That's what it's all about, man.
Believe Timothy, I believe, she that liveth in pleasure is dead.
It's dead while they live. Exactly. So that means that getting into this party spirit, man, it's pointless. That's the only way I can really put it. Go on, brother.
So Ezekiel 4:12, and thou shalt eat. It's lucky. And thou shalt eat as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight.
Yeah, that was the thing that Ezekiel was supposed to do. He was supposed to eat
I can just imagine that though, man. Every time I read that, I'm like, God damn. You've been told by the Lord to eat dung and all that, man. Come on.
But the Lord is very dramatic because he told him to eat that to signify a point.
And I believe it was 3 years there. You walked naked for?
Yep.
A whole 3 years, man.
I think it was 3 days. Was it 3 years or 3 days?
I think it's 3 years.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to relook.
Yeah, I believe it's 3 years. Let me check. I believe it's 3 years.
So verse 13, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles,
Right.
whither I will drive them.
Yeah. So going back to the scriptures now, that's why Ezekiel was told to eat them, because it signified that something that was going to happen in this day and age, and we're already, to a certain degree, in a roundabout way, eating shit food anyway. When you go to McDonald's or you go to these fast food restaurants or you even go to the store, the food is defiled in some kind of form of way or fashion. It may not be as defiled as getting some Mickey fucking beefs, but it's still defiled anyway. Because they spreading chemicals, they putting steroids in the chicken so that the chicken can grow more fast and bigger, so that they can produce more meat to make their money. And the same they do with the cows as well.
Yeah.
Inject them with steroids, and what you're doing is when you get that meat or that piece of beef in the store, you're also taking the steroids along with the beef. You're cooking it up. All right. So in a way, we are eating crap, pretty much. Going.
It says, then I said, Lord, the Most High, behold, my soul have not been polluted, for from my youth up even till now have I not eaten that which dieth of itself, or is torn into pieces.
Right.
Neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth.
What he was really doing, he was going back to the law. Because he was like, he was pretty much to a point where he didn't really want to do it. It's like, I don't want to do this. It says in the law not to eat anything unclean or anything that was, so he's trying to justify himself to a certain degree to get away from being done. But the Lord told him to do it, to signify, to make a point that in the last days, that's what's going to happen. They're going to be amongst the people, scattered abroad, eating crap, as we're doing right now. Prophecy. Go on.
Verse 15. Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cow's dung for man's dung.
Right.
And thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith. It's like thy bread therewith.
So he giving them, what is it, cow's dung from man's dung, man.
He used it as fuel though. He used it as fuel to fuel the fire. He didn't have to eat it. Yeah, but it sounds like it. When you read down, he says that he used it as fuel.
Verse 16.
But he did eat some dung though, brother.
Verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment.
Yeah, we get that as well, because even when you buy your food, you're not buying a large portion of food. You only get what the store offers you. You know, and what also you can only afford as well. So are you eating big time? No. Like back in the ancient world, we was eating big. That's why it says Jeshurun wax fat and kick. In other words, Jeshurun means Yashuan in the Hebrew, which means the first, which is referring to the nation of Israel. So we was doing good, but now our bread is being defiled on top of that.
Yeah.
And also we're getting a lower portion of bread.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'll get that, 100%.
Yeah, I think she's looking for a man. Go on.
No, I've got no man. I've got a man.
Go back to your man then, man. Go on.
Yeah, coming around us.
Verse 17. That they may want bread and water, and be stoned with one with another, and consumed away for their iniquity.
And consumed away for their iniquity. So this is why we're eating crap, because of our iniquity. Again, everything goes back to the iniquities of our forefathers. This is why we're here in hell right now, where you got all kind of drama and demons just acting around. So we gotta deal with this, brothers. We gotta deal with it, man. Especially the brothers in the truth. We gotta deal with this shit right now. Okay? Go on, bro. Yeah, that's it on that, right? Just get me what else can you get, man? Man, yeah, get me somebody get me Ecclesiastes 3. So yeah, you know, when you understand what kind of situation you're in, and you see everything for what it is, there's no time to really get drunk and drink it for joy. Like really, you could get drunk, but you drink it because you in misery, man. That's why you drink. Like I ain't gonna lie, that's what I do. Man. When I'm in the crib, man.
Yeah.
Shit, I drink, you know. I like a little drink there and there.
Yeah.
Go on, brother. You know, you got some brothers, they go to the brothel, get it in like that. However they get it, but I like a drink, man. The drink doesn't be going, bro.
This Ecclesiastes 3. To everything there is a season,
Yeah.
and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Right, it's a time to be purpose under the heaven, man. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a time to enjoy yourself. There's a time to weep. It's a time to mourn. That's just going to explain itself anyway.
Verse 2, a time to be born, a time to die,
Right.
and a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Right, and it's going to be a time to pluck up that which was planted. Because ultimately the Lord planted Esau in his position, in their higher estate, in their society. But the Lord is going to take them by the roots. Give me that in Proverbs 2, brother. We're going to get that in the book of Proverbs chapter 2, verse... Right, 22. You finished it.
Verse 3, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up.
Yeah, so we're in a time of building up. Because what are we? We're building in itself. What is that building? The house of David. That's exactly what we are. This is why every brother's here standing before. All right, and you got brothers across the pond, or across the waters. Let me put it that way, because the pond is a small portion of water. All right, and then you got brothers in the states doing it. All right, so we're all together. The blocks concerning the building of David that's being built up. Go on.
Verse 4, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, and a time to mourn.
Right, so there's a time of weeping, which we're in that time right now. We're in the exact time to weep and mourn. So let's read on.
And a time to dance.
And the time to dance. So when the kingdom is set up and we're situated, we're living good, we actually own our own shit for once in our life. All right? Then we can rejoice, man. You know, when you got stored up gold in your vault, all right, or you got all kind of different resources in your vaults, or even you're wearing it upon yourself, now you can rejoice. Now you can kick it, slaves. You know, you cool in the cut, you know what I mean? You can relax, you can chill. Jake want to chill, right? You get the chill. So that's the time to relax. That's the time to get all hip and you dancing and all of that other stuff, man. When you ain't got shit right now, there's no time for that, man. Families are broken, families are destroyed, families are dying of certain diseases, whether it's they're diabetic or whether they got cancer or they got some other disease, or your cousin done got shot down because he got into some criminal activity. He was a roadman. So these are the things that our people face today, but yet they're still fucking celebrating. Go on.
Deuteronomy 12, verse 9. For ye are not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance,
Yeah, so it said, that's a good
the Lord your God giveth you.
Right, so it says, ye have not yet come into the rest that the Lord your God hath given you. So if that's the case, there's no room for celebration. There's no need for celebration. All right, what do you like I said, when you're celebrating, you only celebrate because you've made progress. You don't celebrate just to be celebrating. All right? Go on, brother. I'll tell you what, read that again. Yeah, oh, you still got that on deck, don't you? All right, I'll tell you what you do. Let him read this again, because I like that precept. I want him to read this again, because I want to elaborate on that scripture. It's a good scripture. Huh?
Deuteronomy 12, verse 9. For ye are not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance which the Lord your God giveth you.
Right, so what's the inheritance? What's the inheritance of the house of Israel? The kingdom of heaven. So we haven't entered into that rest. Go on.
Deuteronomy 3, verse 20. Until the Lord have given rest unto your brethren, as well as unto you, and until they also possess the land which the Lord your God have given them beyond Jordan.
So do we possess the land right now? No, we don't possess the land. We're outside of the land.